Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do European 6-in-1 chainmail. Now I have a piece that I've started here, and I did this just to walk you through what we're going to start with. So what I have here is the full chainmail, and you can see that it's been sort of in the process of being zipped up. It starts out as two long lengths of a piece that looks like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to make one and make another, and then you're going to zip it up basically using the jump rings. Now I've used two different colors here. They are both 20 gauge. And just to show you what I'm working with here, I've chosen the 20 gauge. The inner diameter is 11/64 and the outer diameter is 4.37. Now, even though I'm using two colors, they are both identical. So just to let you know, you can use one color if you like, but I just thought it would be nice for you guys to kind of see the pattern here in the two colors. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making another piece like this. So I'm going to be using the silver rings for the center line there. So I've gone ahead and opened all of these because these will be my open jump rings. And then I have my gold jump rings here that I've gone ahead and closed up nice and tight because these I won't need to open for the project. And for my tools today, I have a baby Wubbers and I have the bent chain nose, and I just really like the way it sort of fits in my hand because you will be working a lot with opening and closing jump rings, obviously. So I've chosen the baby Wubbers for my dominant hand, my right hand, and then I have a regular size Wubbers for my left hand just to give me just that little extra leverage as I'm opening my jump rings. So I did just want to give you a quick refresher. I do have a closed silver jump ring here that I'm going to need opened. So I'm just going to place it in my pliers and just go ahead and crank it and open it. And that's all you have to do to open your jump rings. So if you'd like, I'll give you a moment and you can get this set up, and then we'll begin our 6-in-1 European chainmail. Okay, so to begin, go ahead and take your plier and go ahead and pick up and arrange that one open silver jump ring. And what we're just going to do is we're just going to pick up 6, because it's 6-in-1 jump rings that are gold, and then I'm just going to take my plier and just close that jump ring. And now I'm going to set it down and sort of rearrange it so that it looks like it has 3 on one side and 3 on the other. Just sort of rearrange that there so that it lays just like that. Okay, so you see how I have 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2, and 3. So now I have 2 more closed jump rings. I'm going to pick up one of my open jump rings, and I'm just going to pick these 2 up. You can just pick them up and place them on there too. You don't have to try to scoop them. So what I'm going to do now is I have 2 on my jump ring here, and I need to pick up the back 4. So the 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2. So I'm going to try to show you this, and I'm going to do it a couple times. So I'm just going to go through and pick up just the back 2 and come around and pick up these 2 on this side. And now I can just sort of pick that all up and rearrange my pliers so I can easily close that jump ring nice and tight. And now I'm going to need to try to carefully lay it out again and just sort of show you how it'll fall open. And there you go. So now I have 2, so I have 8 on one side, 8 on the other side, and 2 in the center. So I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to have 2 more closed jump rings, taking 1 open jump ring, picking these 2 up, and now again I'm working with the back 4, so I'm going to go through and just try to scoop up these 2 in the back here, just the 2, and these 2 on this side, and lift it up and go ahead and close that jump ring. And I find that it is best to continually kind of lay everything down. I know some people who can just sort of do it all at once, but I need to sort of make sure that my rings are always flipped the right way. You don't want to get halfway through and then realize that you have a kink in your chainmail. So one more time, I'm just going to take my 2 closed jump rings, 1 open jump ring, scoop them up, and now going to go through, oops, there we go, and I'm going to start from this side this time, just to show you a little different way to do it. Oh, biggest lesson with chainmail, patience. There you go. So I got all 4 on there. You can kind of help it out with your finger. Just make sure that all your rings are there. You notice I'm kind of holding it funny, so I'm just going to grab it and then just sort of rearrange my pliers so I can get a nice, clean, flush close on that jump ring there. And then one more time, I'm just going to set that back down, and you'll notice it starts to splay out a little bit nicer every time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the piece that I started earlier and just place it right next to it. So now you'll see how we're going to zip everything up. So again, this is 6 and 1, obviously, so you're going to now be working with the front 3 jump rings on each side. So you're going to take 1 silver jump ring, and you don't need any more of the gold ones. You're just going to kind of scoop up and make sure that you get this through the 3 on this side, 1, 2, 3 in the front, and then I'm just going to pick that up because I got my rings already, and then 1, 2, 3 on that side. And the first one's the hardest, but you'll see that now I'm just going to close the jump ring and lay it back out. And you just got to kind of flip it around a little bit. And you'll notice that it is starting to be sort of zipped up. I'm just going to flip these guys around. Now, I recommend when you do make your bracelet that you do make a much longer length that makes it a little easier to work with, but I'm just going to show you again. Here is 1 more silver jump ring. And now, the 6 that I'm going to be working with, it's going to be not the first one, but the second 1, 2, 3. And over here, the same, not the first one, but the second 1, 2, and 3. So this is where it gets a little tricky, and I'm going to try to show you a couple of times. So I'm going to go back through and pick up this first one, second one, and the third one. And then looping around, picking up 1, 2, and 3. Oh, there we go. Making sure that I have 6 on my silver ring. There we go. And just flip that back over and lay it out one more time. Just flip that guy over. So you can see a little bit of how it's developing. And it's very simple to do once you kind of get it going. Again, just make 2 long strips. So taking 1 more of our open silver jump rings, I am going to pick up 3 from one side and 3 from the next. 1, 2, 3. And looping around, picking up the next 3 on the other side. 1 and 2 and 3. Getting my pliers in there, rearranging a little bit. There we go. And just closing that up. So you're just going to continue in that manner. Again, making 2 long pieces and then zipping them up. And when you have gotten the length that you desire, I will be here to show you how to add a clasp, and I'm going to be back to show you that as soon as I finish my piece. So now that I've come to the end of my European 6-in-1 chainmail piece, I'm going to show you quickly just how to add a tube clasp. Now you can see on the first side here, I've already gone ahead and added it. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding 1 gold jump ring to the last 2 in each row. So there's going to be 4 of them. So I'll show you on this side how to do that. Same tools. You're just going to pick up 1 open jump ring, and I've actually opened these 4 already for myself. And I'm just going to get it in there and scoop up the 2 on the end. And now I can go ahead and pick that up. String on my tube clasp, making sure it's going the right way, and just close up that jump ring. And now I'm just going to lay it out one more time, just to make sure that I get the right ones. Taking my second jump ring, I'm going to scoop up the last 2 gold in the second row, and making sure it is turned the right way. Getting that second loop on there. There we go. And just closing it. Lay it down, just make sure that all your rings are flipped the right way. See, I gotta go in and flip this guy around. Make sure that he's facing the right way. Pick up another jump ring. Grab the last 2 here in that third row. Slip on the tube clasp. Close jump ring. And one last time. Again, just making sure that my rings are flipped the right way. There we go. There we go. And picking up those last 2 there. Just the 2. Slipping on my tube clasp and closing that last jump ring. And then we are all done. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below. But this is how to do a basic 6-in-1 chainmail bracelet. And you can find all of these supplies and tools at beadaholique.com.